Welcome back. This is Lone Wolf, and we are playing Vintage Story 1.19.4, Release Candidate 1. Playing out in a world I made specially for testing purposes. And I'm really enjoying myself. Seen a hiccup or so with this version, but then I think I pretty much say that about every version. That's not me. That's not me being derogatory. That's just, software's not perfect. Don't think there ever has been one that was perfect, but they get really good. And our dev team works really hard. I'm amazed at what they're able to accomplish. And Sun Bear? Okay. And they've always been good to me, and I appreciate what they do. And I tell them thank you. Because I do appreciate the work they do. I am a software developer myself by profession, and so I'm most assuredly sympathetic to the challenges of developing software. So even though sometimes I might make a comment about this or that, I actually do understand and think that I have extra patience. I don't know. I'd like that to be true. But I always appreciate the work they do. And I love this game. I have played literal thousands of hours on this game. Probably more thousands than I realize, but I can document the thousands of hours that I'm mentioning, either through single player worlds and the multiplayer servers that I've been on too. I've spent lots of hours on those. All that being said, that's pretty much got nothing to do with anything. Other than this version seems to be working quite well. We have just found 2 stashes of high fertility soil, and I want more. Absolutely do. My farm, it needs to get bigger. In fact, with what I found on this journey, I have enough to double its size right now from what it currently is. It's not very big. I have 2 plots of 64. No. I have 2 plots of 32 soil, so I've got, I think, 58 that I have found on this trip, and I have maybe 30 at home. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to double the size of my farm. And people that know me know that well, it wouldn't be unfair to say that I get carried away with the size of my farms. But it meets a need that I have. So that's how I do it. Now, we saw this once before with a chunk column losing its visual of the surface. This that we're playing is modified, I went and removed all the mods, came back to the place where it was having that same problem, and I couldn't reproduce it. So we're going to blame it on a mod. Though I can't imagine what mod I'm using that could cause that, but you know, these people that make these mods, they're awfully dedicated, and some of them are extremely talented. But it is not what you do for a profession. You're probably not as good as those that do it as a profession. Just reality. No criticism there. But I have seen mods that totally professionally done, and I definitely think that of the mods that Apache makes. Absolute top-notch professional quality. I think the ones that Tells makes are that way. Copy Girl certainly made top-notch mods, at least the ones that I know about. So yeah, we've got some real talent in the modding department. I have not made a mod. I have not tried to make a mod. I've certainly thought about making mods, but have not done so, have not tried to. I have become good just from, I don't know, necessity. Ooh, that looked like red. That's copper. Copper and flint. We'll leave the flint one there. Yeah, so I've gotten good at configuration and, you know, modifying the world through commands because of my long time being an administrator on a very successful multiplayer server. Oh, woof, woof, woof. You are just the luckiest dog. You are a lucky, lucky dog. I am so happy. And this is great. Having these large farms really does mean something to me. Whoa. So this is awesome. This just makes my life better. People have been known to leave some topsoil behind because they just didn't see it all. Time teaches you to look carefully and see what is around you. I'm not saying that I don't leave the good stuff behind. But I sure am saying that I try really hard not to. We went out looking to find a trader that could sell me a candle or even honeycombs, whatever, because I want a lantern, and I don't have where I set up. I don't have any of the typical type of forest around where you'd walk through and you'd hear the bees and be able to get some honey and some wax and make some candles. I've got a copper plate sitting there waiting for me. I've got 2 pieces of clear quartz sitting there waiting for me to get a candle. I have 2 pieces of honeycomb that I got from a ruin. I need 1 more honeycomb. No matter. Torch is working. All is well in the world, whether I have a lantern or not. And none of the traders that I went to actually had lanterns for sale either. And I haven't found any in any ruins yet. Found a broken lantern. Broken's just not what I'm after, though. So the farm is going. I've actually been able to harvest it once already. Whoa! Everything but my rice. And most of that was ready to harvest when I left on this journey. If I got over this mountain, I'd just be getting in more mountain and more mountain. Depends on how nasty they are. If they're like that, I'm not interested. If they're like this, maybe. But I'm looking here for a way up, and I don't see one, and I don't want to be digging and breaking blocks and all that to get up. If I can get up easily enough, like I'm doing right now, then I'm happy to come up here and take a peek. I like this dark green area that I'm in because that is where I am most likely to find the good soil. So with what we just found and dug up, I will be, instead of having 2 plots, I'll be able to have 5 plots with what I already have and what I have found on this trip. That'll actually mean that what I'm short on is going to be seeds, probably. Who knows, but seeds are not exactly hard to get. Not in my experience. I also have a lot of unplanted seeds right now. Never did plant them all. I don't think that I have found peat in this game yet. And looking back at this, oh my gosh, Wolf, press the right key, select the right tool. I'll try. Wow, this is lag. I've clicked on that 4 times now. I am experiencing lag in this game, but not specifically this version. I am continuing to experience the lag in this version. This is not where I have first started having lag issues, and I have more than enough software to run this stuff without lag. And I know that for a fact. My regular keyboard that I've been using for quite a while, the W key quit working, so that keyboard is now useless to me. I grabbed one that I had on this computer, but then it started having issues where it was producing multiple keystrokes, and that became unusable, of course. So when the one that I was using had the W key fail, I grabbed that same keyboard and was having problems and trying to diagnose the issues. There was some thought that maybe I was having a keyboard issue. And then as I looked more carefully, I realized that I was having issues with that keyboard. So then I've got the one that I was having problems with before, and guess what? I'm having problems with that keyboard. However, at this point, I'm not using that keyboard. I'm using cheap old keyboard. No backlighting, nothing fancy. Just a plain old keyboard. And I don't think that I'm experiencing any keyboard problems with it. But I am still experiencing the lag. So maybe nothing to do with my keyboard, eh? And since I don't have peat near where I'm at, and I haven't found any out there, I'm going to grab... Oh, look at that. Oh, I have peat much closer to my base than I thought. Anyways, while I'm here, I'm going to fill up my chest. Because you don't need to store peat. It'll stack. It'll stack just fine and be as happy as can be. Alright, back to collecting peat. Peat really is useful. Great fuel to put in before you add your coal for your melting metals. Gets it up to a nice temp. And normally peat is far more easy to get than are the coals, whether that's the charcoal that you make or whatever. So peat's great. So happy to have found some. My actual computer is fairly old, but well equipped. I think it was made in 2014. The motherboard desperately could use an upgrade. It cannot accommodate what my video card can do because it has a bus that's just out of date. That's all there is to it. But it really works well in spite of its age, whatever. So I'm not looking to go shop for another motherboard. And if I did, I'd be looking really hard to make sure that whatever I bought was going to accommodate all the hardware that I have attached to the motherboard, because that's good stuff too. And you can make a mistake real easy and not get what you needed. Well, we can certainly plant these seeds. I don't have a particular need for birch, specifically near my base. And if I do, I'll find some. Nothing wrong with birch. In fact, I think it's a pretty wood that it makes. But it's not what I want taking inventory slots right now. Oh, come on. These are dying a quick death. These are dying a quick death. I've been harvesting the plants, the berry bushes, knowing that I was going to be throwing most of this stuff away because it would rot before I could ever... Oh, wait a minute. I actually didn't want to throw that away because there is no terra preta in the game. You have to make it. And if you want to make it, you got to have compost. If you want compost, you got to have rot. So actually, I've been meaning to keep those things and let them rot, but no. We're going to take something that we actually benefit for a long time with, and that's the peat. It's a pretty good sized peat deposit, really. Most of them aren't exactly tiny. Okay, so actually, well, I could certainly put these in here. I don't need those taking up a full slot. So a little over 2 slots I can fill if I want to. And right now I do. That is where that's going to end. We will absolutely mark this, change that to that. I don't usually change the names on these because just the symbol and the color tells me what that is, as this does here, but guess I'm feeling wild. Change that label. Nothing to see that way. Well, I wonder if we could get through there. No idea. I know I'm not hitting anywhere over that big monstrosity. I will stay away from that. Oh, thank you. I wasn't trying to harvest any berries. Oh, that ravine, huh? But how does it get through that mountain there? Answer is it doesn't. It stops here and I don't know. Not going that way. Not gonna do it. Can't make me. If I don't do this right, this is going to be really hard to get down from. Actually, it was kind of hard to get up to in the first place, now that I recall. That last one is a bit of a jump. I'll take damage, I'm sure. Wow, I did not. That does surprise me. What kind of tree are you? Cherry, nice. I'm not taking you. I probably never will. But it is a good looking tree, and yeah, I like the fruit. Real life, in game, whatever. That color and that shape, that symbol, tells me that that's blue clay, regardless of what the label says. Still hoping for more high fertility soil, even though I have no right to. I've been fed well already. But if you don't look, you're not going to find it. That says I have chest there and borax. Well, I don't have the chest there. But that is where the borax is. Okay. That was already the bigger symbol. And I was going to mine the borax. Found the borax. And realized I needed bronze or better. Now it's time to work on bringing the nutrition up to what it should be again. No, not mature. But if I don't get up close and check it out, how can I be sure? Sevens? Sevens? Oh my. 6, 6. Wow, how cool is that? My house is right here. Where are you going, Wolf? I don't know. Leather and leather. Awesome. Guess I left some meat out here. If only I felt bad about that. Let's get this off my back. Let's go harvest rice. And then the first harvest will have been completed. Turnips, man, they're awesome. I just don't need the peanuts right now. Oh, girl, why don't you walk up the little steps that I made for you to get in there and go join your sister? Alright, this is going to be a monster pile. Let's just start here. I think the limit on this is world height. Seen some mighty tall towers before. And the higher it gets, the quieter the sound is. I forgot about that. Yep, that's a peat pile. Wow. That'd probably make it easy to find my base, too. Not that I was looking for that, but that's going to be a very tall visual. Young lady. Would it help? No, forget it. Not going to do that. Well, actually, we're at the end of the episode, apparently. Time goes by when I'm having fun. And I have had fun. Thanks for watching. If you don't mind a subscribe and a like, love to hear any comments. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Come watch the next one with me. Bye.